Welcome to the Deep Dive from Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan. Today we're jumping into a really common dilemma for anyone setting up a home or small office, choosing the right wireless printer.
And I'm Sarah. Yeah, it's more than just specs these days, isn't it? It's really about the whole package, the cost over time, how you use it, even the sort of philosophy behind the ink.
Exactly. So our mission today is to cut through the marketing noise and compare two big players, the HP OfficeJet Pro 8125E and the Epson EcoTank ET-2980. Cartridge versus cartridge-free.
That's the core conflict right there.
We'll look at speed, features, and crucially, what these machines really cost you in the long run. We want you, our listener, to have all the info you need.
Okay, so let's dive right into the biggest difference because it really frames the whole choice. The ink system. This is where the long-term costs just go in completely different directions.
Yeah, this is fundamental. It's like choosing between, I don't know, pay-as-you-go or a long-term contract.
Pretty much. So let's start with the Epson ET-2980. This is their super tank approach. No cartridges. It uses these big, refillable ink tanks built right in. You fill them up with bottles.
And the big headline with these is the ink that comes in the box, right?
Exactly. Epson claims you get enough ink included to last up to 3 years. Now, that's based on printing about 125 pages a month, which is, fairly average for home use.
3 years without buying ink. That sounds amazing. It tackles that dreaded low ink message right when you need to print something important. That's a huge stress reliever for me personally.
It absolutely is. And the savings continue. When you do eventually need more ink, the replacement bottles save, they estimate, up to 90% compared to buying traditional cartridges.
90%.
Yeah, and get this. They say one set of replacement bottles is like buying roughly 80 individual ink cartridges. Plus, the refilling is designed to be pretty simple keyed bottles, so you can't put the wrong color in the wrong tank, supposedly mess-free. It's about freedom from that constant cartridge churn.
Okay, so that's the Epson. Big upfront ink supply, long-term savings, no cartridges. Now, flip the coin to the HP OfficeJet Pro 8125E. What's the story there?
So the HP uses traditional cartridges, the HP 923 type. The initial appeal, the hook, is that when you activate HP Plus Up, you get a free 3-month trial of their Instant Ink subscription service.
Instant Ink, that's where they automatically send you ink before you run out based on your usage?
Correct, it's convenient.
Yeah.
But here's the really critical part, the fine print we have to talk about. The printer is specifically designed, and HP is upfront about this, to work only with cartridges that have genuine HP chips or circuitry.
Ah, so if I buy this printer, I'm essentially locked into using HP's ink forever. What about third-party cartridges or refills?
Nope. The printer uses firmware updates to actively block non-HP chips.
Yeah.
So after that 3-month trial, if you don't want to pay the monthly subscription fee, you still have to buy genuine HP cartridges, which are typically more expensive than the subscription or the Epson's bottles.
That feels restrictive.
Right.
It's convenient, maybe, if you like the subscription, but you lose all flexibility. It's like a digital leash, as you said earlier.
That's a good way to put it. The HP model works great if you value that automated convenience and predictable monthly cost, but you are absolutely trading away financial independence and choice when it comes to ink.
Right. So the takeaway on cost seems pretty stark. Epson is about a potentially higher upfront printer cost, maybe, but massive long-term ink savings and freedom. HP might have a lower entry price sometimes, offers subscription convenience, but locks you into their ecosystem, potentially costing more over time.
Precisely. It's a fundamental choice. Commit to HP's ink subscription or invest upfront in Epson's bulk ink system for long-term freedom.
Okay, cost and ink philosophy nailed down. But printers need to actually, print. Let's talk performance, speed, paper handling, the stuff that matters when you're trying to get work done.
Absolutely. And this is where the HP 8125E clearly pulls ahead. It's just faster. Max print speeds are quoted at 20 pages per minute for black and white and 10 pages per minute for color.
20 ppm black. That's pretty quick for a home office machine. How does the Epson compare?
The Epson ET-2980 is still fast, don't get me wrong, but it's slower. It comes in at 15 ppm black and 8 ppm color. Respectable, but definitely a step behind the HP.
Now, be honest. For someone printing, say, a few pages here and there, maybe a school report, does that 5 ppm difference in black really matter day to day? Or is it only noticeable for heavy users?
That's a fair question. For occasional use, probably not a huge deal. But if you're running a small business from home, printing multi-page invoices, reports, proposals, those extra 5 pages per minute can genuinely add up and save you noticeable time over a week or month. The HP definitely feels geared towards higher volume.
And that volume focus shows up in paper handling too, right?
It does. The HP 8125E has a much larger paper tray, holds 225 sheets. The Epson has a standard 100-sheet tray, less refilling needed with the HP.
But the really big difference for office tasks, I think, is the automatic document feeders, the ADF. Does the HP have one?
Yes, the HP 8125E includes an ADF. And let's be clear, if you ever need to scan or copy a stack of pages like receipts for taxes or a multi-page contract, an ADF is a lifesaver.
Oh, totally. Otherwise, you're stuck lifting the lid, placing the page, scanning, repeat, repeat. It's tedious.
Exactly. The HP's ADF makes those tasks much, much faster. The Epson ET-2980, on the other hand, has a flatbed scanner for single pages or books, but the specs confirm it lacks an ADF. That's a major consideration for office workflows.
Okay, so HP wins on speed, paper capacity, and crucially the ADF. What about actually using the controls, the interface?
Another point for HP, generally, the AT125E has a larger 2.7-inch color touchscreen. It's designed to feel more like using a smartphone and pretty intuitive navigation.
And the Epson?
The ET-2980 uses a smaller 1.44-inch color display. It works, it gets the job done for settings and basic functions, but it's definitely less slick than the HP's touchscreen.
Got it. But despite these differences, they are both still all-in-ones, right? Print, scan, copy.
Yes, core functionality is the same there. And importantly, both models offer automatic two-sided printing duplexing. That's great for saving paper, standard on both.
Okay, so performance leans HP, especially for serious office tasks. Let's broaden out now. What about the underlying technology, maybe reliability, security, even the environmental angle?
Right, connecting it to the bigger picture. And here, again, they take different approaches. Let's look at the HP 8125E. First, it leans into smart features and security.
Smart features? Like what?
Well, it boasts some AI capabilities. For example, when you print from a web page or email, it can apparently automatically remove clutter, like banner ads or awkward layouts, giving you a cleaner, formatted print, saves ink, and avoids weirdly printed pages.
Huh. That actually sounds genuinely useful. I hate printing recipes and getting 3 pages of ads with it.
Exactly. Then there's security. The HP includes something called HP Wolf Essential Security.
Okay, printer security. Why should the average home user care about that? He sits there, right?
Well, not quite. Your printer is a connected device on your home network. It can be a potential entry point for cyber threats if it's not secured. HP Wolf is designed to protect against that, helping secure your data and your network, which is important if you handle any sensitive client info or even just personal financial data.
Good point. Anything else on the HP tech side?
It also features dual-band Wi-Fi that's designed to be self-healing. It can automatically detect and try to resolve connection problems, which should mean more reliable wireless printing. Less fiddling with network settings, hopefully.
Okay, so HP, smart formatting, network security, reliable Wi-Fi. Now, what's Epson's focus with the ET-2980 technology?
Epson's big story here is durability and waste reduction, centered around the precision core heat-free technology.
Heat-free, what does that mean?
It means the printhead doesn't need to heat up to eject the ink droplets. The claimed benefit is twofold. Potentially lower energy consumption, but more importantly, increased durability. Epson says the printhead is permanent, designed to last the life of the printer itself because there's less stress from heat cycles.
A printhead, designed to last the printer's life. That sounds like a big deal for reliability, potentially fewer failures down the road compared to some older technology.
That's the implication, yes. And this ties directly into their sustainability message. They heavily promote zero cartridge waste.
Because you're just refilling tanks, not throwing away plastic cartridges constantly.
Exactly. Epson highlights that their EcoTank printers have helped prevent millions of pounds of plastic cartridge waste from ending up in landfills. The ET-2980 is also Ecologo certified, which means it meets specific environmental standards.
So for users concerned about environmental impact, the Epson has a very strong story there. It's kind of built into its core design.
It really is, and that message has clearly resonated. They market themselves as the #1 selling supertank printer globally, citing over 100 million EcoTanks sold. People are definitely responding to the low waste and long-term cost savings idea.
One last physical difference size.
Oh yeah, good point. The Epson is noticeably smaller and lighter. It weighs about 11.5 pounds, whereas the HP is a heftier 17.6 pounds. If desk space is tight, or you might need to move the printer occasionally, the Epson's more compact footprint is an advantage.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, Inc. Economics, performance, tech, eco-impact. Let's try to synthesize this. If someone's listening right now, try to decide, how do we break it down?
All right, let's boil it down. You should probably choose the HP OfficeJet Pro 8125E IF. You absolutely need top speed, especially for black and white documents. You need that higher 225 sheet paper capacity. The automatic document feeder is essential for your scanning or copying workflow. And you value the added security features, the smart printing functions, and maybe you actually like the convenience of the Instant Ink subscription and accept the lock-in.
Makes sense. And who is the Epson EcoTank ET-2980 for?
Choose the Epson EcoTank ET-2980 IF. Your number one priority is slashing long-term printing costs and avoiding cartridge replacements altogether. You appreciate the simplicity of refilling bottles and the huge amount of ink included up front. Reducing plastic waste is important to you, and you want that potentially more durable, heat-free print head even if it means slightly slower speeds and living without an ADF.
So it really comes down to prioritizing speed and office features versus long-term cost and environmental considerations.
I think that's fair. And maybe a final thought. The real choice here isn't just about the printer itself. It's about what kind of ongoing commitment you prefer. Are you comfortable with a monthly ink subscription and being tied to HP's supplies? Or do you prefer paying more for the ink up front with Epson but gaining years of printing freedom?
That's a great way to frame it, a philosophical purchase almost. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into this wireless printer battle. HP OfficeJet Pro 8125E versus Epson EcoTank ET-2980. Hopefully this breakdown gives you the clarity you need to make the right choice for your home or office.
It's definitely a choice with clear trade-offs depending on what you value most. Speed versus savings, features versus freedom.
To find the latest prices and maybe snag a deal on either of these printers, definitely check out the links we've put in the description below. And hey, if you found this analysis helpful, we'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, Tech Talk Central, for more deep dives like this one.
Thanks for tuning in.
Catch you on the next one.